How God gives it to us.
But you wear a seatbelt, right?
Life is what it is, you know. We take it how God gives it to us.
But you wear a seatbelt, right?
Really, of course.
So that's
But there's
like
50-50 chance that it'll save you or it won't save you.
But isn't that sort of like taking a vaccine? You take the steps to protect yourself when you can.
No, I'm not taking the jab.
All right, CNN travels to the Iowa State Fair to take yet another opportunity to make it look like people who love freedom and don't want to take their medical advice to make those people look like they're crazy. And in the process, CNN makes themselves look really, really bad. Almost like, oh, I don't know,
propagandists.
Hey guys, before I get into this video, pretty much everybody knows that one of the best ways to achieve optimal health is by what you choose or don't choose.
10 minutes long. We're not going to go through this whole 10 minutes. But Donny O'Sullivan attends I think it's the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines, Iowa, and listen to this shoddy reporting. Well, listen to this left versus right paradigm, further propagation of the medical mafia product. Watch this.
We're on the road this morning at the Iowa State Fair. After being canceled by COVID in 2020,
Nothing is canceled by COVID in 1984. Human beings cancel these events, telling you should be scared of the boogeyman. But the boogeyman doesn't shut things down. It's the guy who told you to be afraid of the boogeyman that shuts things down. Let's get this straight. They're always reporting fake news. They're always dishing out misinformation and disinformation.
is back with its familiar corn dogs, deep fried Twinkies, butter cow, and a new offering this year.
Yeah, maybe it'd be a good idea not to eat those things and maybe go a little bit healthier so that you can help out your immune system.
Vaccine on a stick. Seeing as Donny O'Sullivan live in
vaccine on a stick.
What you seeing out there, buddy?
Hey John, yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene bringing her anti-science, anti-vaccine message to the fair here in Iowa. But there is some good news. There is a vaccine tent here, and they are seeing people who were...
There's some good news. Good news is like gospel. The gospel, the good news is that there's a VAXX Big Pharma tent over at the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines.
Vaccine hesitant, now ready.
These guys are such patsies for the Big Pharma industrial complex. Could they get any more up the rear end of these people?
To get their shot. Have a watch.
What'd you guys have for lunch?
Corn dogs.
Call it corn dogs.
No, I had ribs.
This year at the Iowa State Fair.
Look at Donny O'Sullivan. This unhealthy looking dude right here is going to tell you what you need to do for optimal health so that you can stop being a public health risk. It looks like Donny is more apt to have a hospital visit. And now you've got medical professionals, including nurses, actually weighing in on Facebook and other social media platforms saying, we are so pissed off every time an un-VAXX person comes through the door because that's one more bed that they take up. Don't think we're not sick of taking care of you people who didn't think that it was necessary to take care of yourself by bowing down at the altar of Jabba. Just hatred and vitriol for people who don't see things your way, who don't want to further enrich and deepen the pockets of the Big Pharma industrial complex.
No, I had ribs.
This year at the Iowa State Fair, corn dogs, cheese curds, and a 1,300-pound boar named Irish Cowboy.
Any idea why they named this hog the Irish Cowboy?
Is it an Irish breed?
I hope not.
And here as well this year, a vaccine center.
Oh, this just makes me feel so good that there's a VAXX center over at the Iowa State Fair. So while you're nibbling on your corn dog and your falafel, you know, those little healthy treats for all you people who really, you know, you're kind of health conscious. Well, while you got your little healthy treats, you can take a little healthy shot there while you're at the Iowa State Fair. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Bacchus Mill was walking down the street of New York City the other day, and there's tent after tent, mobile unit after mobile unit, just ready to jab a needle into your arm because they care about you.
Vaccine center and two controversial members of Congress.
I don't know if you've heard of Marjorie Taylor Greene or Matt Gaetz.
Oh God, don't get me started on her either.
Listen to this.
They're coming here tomorrow.
Oh, thank God I won't be here.
Donny O'Sullivan does not, he's getting more and more unhealthy every segment that I see with him in it.
Fine.
No, can't stand that woman. She needs to keep her mouth shut.
What is it you don't like about her?
She just needs to keep her mouth shut because most of it.
What is it that you don't like? Oh, that woman needs to keep her mouth shut. What is it that you don't like about her? She just needs to keep her mouth shut. Because words. Because word salad. I don't agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene because she just needs to keep her mouth shut. That's why. A journalist would go, yeah, but what are your that's not really a reason. Why do you want her to keep her mouth shut? What does she say that you disagree with? What exactly is she objectively wrong about? Not good. This is not journalism. This is propaganda.
What comes out of it is stupidity, idiotic phrases that she doesn't back up.
Greene brought her anti-science message to Iowa, repeating false claims about masks and vaccines.
I'm completely against. They don't work. They're not stopping the spread of. I'm also completely against forced vaccines. Are failing.
What do you think of Greene showing up here to the state fair?
I think it's great. I think it's a great way to get in touch with the people of Iowa.
Can I ask, have you been vaccinated?
I have not been vaccinated.
I don't know why I wonder why he hesitated there.
You consider getting the vaccine if more businesses, there's parts of the country now where you can only go into a restaurant if you have proof of a vaccine.
No, I'm not for that. This is America, and we are a free country of free people.
That mentality? No, this is America. We're a free country with free people. Why would we do that if we don't want to do it? They want to make your desire for freedom. They want to turn that into literal criminal activity because if you have that mentality in their minds, you are actually jeopardizing public health. And they want to make these people who think that, which is just a regular, rational, intelligent, non-cognitive dissonant human being who just wants to be left alone and be free, they want to make that look like it's lunacy.
We have the right to decide what goes on with our bodies.
Amen.
I'm not vaccinated, and I'm not going to get vaccinated. Our days are numbered. It don't matter whether it's COVID or I get in that truck and go down the highway and get hit by a semi, T-bone and killed. It don't matter. You know, life is what it is. You know, we take it how God gives it to us.
But you wear a seatbelt, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So that's
But there's
like
50-50 chance that'll save you or it won't save you.
But isn't that sort of like taking a vaccine? You take the steps to protect yourself when you can. No.
I'm not taking the jab.
What would it take?
See, Donnie O'Sullivan thought that was a gotcha moment, and actually that speaks to freedom. There may be seatbelt laws, but number one, with the existence of seatbelt laws, you can put a seatbelt on and you can take a seatbelt off. Once you get the VAXX, when that thing goes in you, you can't get it out. And if it starts wreaking havoc on your body's system, there's nothing you're going to be able to do. With a seatbelt, you can put it on or you can take it off. Is it right for it to be illegal if you don't wear one? No man has the legitimate authority to tell another man, if you don't put your seatbelt on and I catch you, that's going to be a $100 fine. That's immoral. You should be free to drive down or ride down the road at 110 miles an hour on your CBR 929RR Cafe Honda Racer with no helmet on and no shirt and sandals if you want to. If that's the way you want to live your life, that's fine. You don't have the right to jeopardize somebody else's life, but you can go down the road without a helmet on. You should be free to go down the road without a seatbelt on, but you're not free to mandate and force another person to take a VAXX that they don't want to take. I feel like the government saying, you must take vitamin C every day. They got no right to do that. You got no right to tell somebody what they can or can't do or what they should and shouldn't put in their body. And you have no right to tell somebody you need to put your seat. We are going to mandate that you keep yourself safe. If you're not free to live a dangerous life, an unsafe life, you're not free. Stop calling it the land of the free, home of the brave. You are an absolute slave if you're not free to jeopardize your own life. That seatbelt argument is so easy to disassemble from the perspective of freedom. You either want freedom or you don't. It's not, I'll take a little bit of the tyranny. I'll take a little bit of the tyranny, hold the coleslaw. I don't want so much freedom right there, just a little bit more helping of tyranny there. But I do want freedom on my plate. It's either freedom or nothing.
To convince you to get the vaccine?
I'm I'm not sure that I could be convinced, but I'm open to looking at scientific evidence, real scientific evidence, not just something that's spoon feeding everyone.
Why doesn't guys? Everybody's got a cell phone. Why don't people just get out their cell phones and say, "Hey Google, Pfizer criminal history." Hey Donnie O'Sullivan. I'm going to tell you something, and you better put this on CNN and have Donna Lamone and all those other people play this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you ever thought that maybe people don't want to submit to a clearly criminal organization that your own broadcast network said in 2009 needed to go out of business? That's Pfizer. So nobody's going to go Pfizer criminal history and then have Google read that they are habitual criminal offenders engaged in corrupt marketing practices, bribing physicians, and suppressing adverse trial results. Now, Donnie, you tell me, why should I get the product of what even you, mainstream media, and Google, the Silicon Valley oligarchs and billionaires, tell me is a clearly criminal organization? Why would I get a criminal organization's product inside of my body? How is that going to benefit me? Can you give me, come on, analyze this. Give me the answer to that question. Make the logical, rational-based argument that I should bow down to Pfizer when they're a known criminal organization and they should have gone out of business at least back in 2009, says your own network. Come on, I'm listening. I'm waiting, Donnie. Waiting. I've never seen that. And everybody could do it because everybody who's getting interviewed, I would wager, has a smartphone. Donnie, let me use your smartphone. Should I talk to Siri or should we talk to Google? Who should we get this information on? All you need is 3 words: Pfizer, criminal, history.
Be unable to be convinced, but these men got their COVID shots at the fair.
Today was your first shot?
Oh, yes, it's my first shot.
Look at this guy. Yeah, I was in the Vietnam War, had my leg half blown off. I lived through tuberculosis, Ebola, SARS, MERS, H1N1, swine flu, bird flu. I lived through all that and didn't get anything. But, I felt like this time, well, they're telling me there's a planned organized partial shutdown of the U.S. economy in the second quarter, according to James Bullard from the St. Louis Federal Reserve. And I was over here at the Iowa State Fair, and I was like, you know what? I'm at the end of my life. What the hell? I'll get the injection. It makes no sense. I lived all my life without it, and I thought, you know what? That propaganda is a pretty easy pill to swallow, and I don't know. It's kind of wearing on me. I thought, I'll just go ahead and give up.
You decide to get it?
I felt that when I'm traveling and around other people and things like that, it wouldn't be a very good decision that I were making on that one.
And that's where Donnie should have stepped in and go, well, you do realize that once you bow down to the Ultra Jabbo, you can still get it and transmit, right? But Donnie's not going to say that. We don't want to mention, sweep that under the rug.
Had a lot of people stop and just talk to us. Some we've encouraged, and after the conversation, they've been willing to come in and get their vaccine.
Chuck Morgenstern and Vernon Hoover man the Magic Maze and Rock and Roll Funhouse here. They say their decision to get the shot was in part because the next fair they are going to require staff to be vaccinated, and in part because they realized it was the safer thing to do.
First of all, I was coerced because the next one we go to is like, well, you got to be VA-XX, or you're not going to be able to make money. I won't be able to participate, so I did it for the money. And then Donnie throws in, well, it's because he thinks it's the right thing to do. No, it's not. It's because of money. If he knew he could get away with it and still get a paycheck, he probably wouldn't have done it. So now the truth comes out right here on CNN. You heard the truth first.
Any concerns about the vaccine?
Well, I heard that other people have the vaccine, they still end up getting COVID-19, so that was kind of a concern. But now that we're working the fairs, and most of us don't wear masks anymore and all this and that, so I wanted to be better protected. Everyone should go on.
No conviction. I don't believe it didn't sound convincing to me, guys. Not at all. I wanted to be further protected.
And if they haven't had the vaccine, they should go on and take it.
When I'm back tonight, I've got to drop by the maze. See you guys. So, John, as you can see, there are some folks who were a bit hesitant about the...
Oh, hang on tight, guys. I'm getting to the point I wanted to show you, because when they go back in studio, this chick says something that you gotta hear.
vaccine now ready to get the shot, but also, as you saw, some people, no matter what you tell them, no matter what people say and tell them, despite all the science, they will not get this shot.
You heard the people Donnie spoke with in Iowa. They believe
Okay,
the
this
lies
chick right here.
from Republican politicians like Mark.
They believe the lies from Republican politicians like Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene. We want them to believe our lies, gosh darn it.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. We're seeing this across the country, but is there anything that can actually stop this dangerous information?
Listen to this. Here we go.
That can stop the dangerous information from getting out.
Stupid comment incoming.
No, it's out. It's really amazing. I mean, that clip that you guys played from Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's considered a fringe member, but I think her messaging, no masks, no mandates, is right in the wheelhouse of where the hard right is right now. And if you listen to things that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is saying, comparing mask mandates to medical authoritarianism.
Did you hear that? Comparing ritualistic shame muzzle mandates to medical authoritarianism. Forcing somebody to do something like that, ritualistic shame muzzle or bowing down with the altar jab.
Look how the Draco gets mad. See the Draco? They do the squinting with the eyes every time they get mad. When you don't do what they want, they throw a fit. So he can't handle it because he's getting mad. Because she's not gone with the program. He's getting all upset because the aliens want you.
Is authoritarianism. How do we know? What's the simple definition for authoritarianism? The enforcement or advocacy of strict obedience to authority at the expense of personal freedom. Oh, you don't have the freedom not to wear a ritualistic shame muzzle. You don't have the freedom not to bow down at the altar jabbo. That's exactly what it is. It is medical authoritarianism, and she said it's not. Forcing somebody to do something and giving medical advice, i.e. you gotta wear that ritualistic shame muzzle or you gotta bow down at the altar jabbo, is medical authoritarianism. What else would it be if you don't have an option? They're making this law of the land. It's going against your will. Look, what if you don't wish to do that? Lack of concern for the wishes or opinions of others. That's authoritarianism. So what they just promoted there is a lie. They don't even know the definition, the simple, working, practical definition of authoritarianism. So if they don't even know that simple thing, it's all a frickin' circus. It's a dog and pony show. This is political theatrics. Network, corporate media theatrics is all it is. That's all you got. It's all serial filler. There is no substance to it. Can't even define the word authoritarianism.
Guys, we already know that they want to decimate the dollar, destroy the economy, bring us into a cashless society, and eventually make it difficult for us to even get food. That's why